All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles, a great millstone, time of this truth. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the hopeful elect. Shalom, Lord will. This lesson is edifying. All right, now this lesson is basically going into, we could visibly see, the prophecies in the scriptures, man. There's I believe the word is imagery, because when you read these scriptures, all right, we can literally see, the missiles flying through the sky, right? The missiles coming down upon America, all right, and the scriptures go into how what? The earth quaketh, and the foundations thereof, the sea riseth up with waves from the deep. All right, the scriptures go into how every mountain and island were moved out of their place. The scriptures go into what? At the noise of the taking of Babylon, the earth is moved. All right, and you could tie these things and you could picture it, man. All right, I want to start here in the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 16, verse 13. It says, "For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow. His arrows that he shooteth are sharp, and shall not miss when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world." And what literal arrows, can be shot to the ends of the world? All right, that's because this verse isn't speaking of literal arrows. These arrows are speaking of what? The missiles, man. The missiles, all right, can be shot to the ends of the world. The missiles can go from one continent to another, all right? One country to another, man. Because that's these arrows that's going to be shot in these last days. The scriptures also calling what? The weapons of the Lord's indignation. All right? They're also known as the Lord's sword. Okay? But these missiles, these arrows is what's going to be shot in these last days. All right? When it says, when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world, all right, it's speaking of what? The missiles, man. Okay? All right? And you could get, Jeremiah 50, Jeremiah 51, when the scriptures go into how, "For lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations from the north country, and they shall set themselves in array against her. From thence she shall be taken. Their arrows shall be as of a mighty expert man." All right? The scriptures call these nations archers. "All ye that bend the bow, shoot at her, spare no arrows, for she has sinned against the Lord." Because these nations are likened unto archers, because archers handle the bow and arrow, right? And these nations, their arrows are their missiles, which ultimately are the Lord's missiles, man. The weapons of the Lord's indignation. And these arrows, these missiles are going to be shot in these last days to America, to Babylon the Great. And America will be destroyed in these last days by the way of fire, man. Coming from those missiles, okay? And also coming from, the chariots, man. All right? Now from here, let's get Isaiah chapter 34. All right? This is the book of Isaiah chapter 34. And I'm going to start at verse 4. It says, "And all the hosts of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll." Once again, that's that imagery. All right? And what's that going into? That's going into what? That great mushroom cloud, man. That cloud that rolls in on itself. But what's going to cause it? The missiles, man. The fiery destruction is what's going to cause, all right, the heavens to roll together as a scroll. All right? It says, and all their hosts shall fall down, as the leaf falleth off from the vine, and as a falling fig from the fig tree. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. And what's that sword that's going to be bathed in heaven? That's going to be bathing through the sky, the upper atmosphere. Those arrows, which are what? The missiles, man. You see? For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. The missiles are going to be flying through the sky. Those arrows, man, that shall be shot unto the ends of the world. It says, "For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. It shall come down." All right? So these missiles, these arrows, this sword is going to come down upon Idumea, which is the Greek way of saying Edom, and upon the people of my curse to judgment. Because we know that what? That America, which is Mystery Babylon, the daughter of Babylon, the great city, the great whore, is tied to who? Esau, Edom, the Edomites, man. Which is who? The so-called white men, right? They ruled as the ancient Greeks. They ruled as the ancient Romans, and they rule over this revived Roman Empire, which is America, NATO, and the EU. And these devils, they know this is Rome all over again. All right. You can see it all on Twitter, the certain YouTube videos, how they connect. They have these parallels between today's society and ancient pagan Rome because they know this is Rome all over again. But it's prophecy. All right. But this is why the scriptures say, all right, for my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Edom, man. All right. Because the Lord is going to destroy America, Babylon the Great. Okay. Let's drop down. Actually, from here, I want to go to Revelation chapter 6. All right, Revelation chapter 6, because it's going to go into the same thing. Revelation chapter 6, verse 13. And this also shows you that Esau is linked to what? End time prophecy, man, because these devils like to say the Edomites are done away with, and, they try to run from their identity because they are the Edomites. But it says in Revelation chapter 6, verse 13, and the stars of heaven fell unto the earth, which the stars of heaven are what? The missiles. You see? The stars of heaven fell unto the earth, even as a fig tree casteth her untimely figs when she is shaken of a mighty wind. And the heaven departed as a scroll when it is rolled together, just like we read in Isaiah 34. You see? The heaven shall be rolled together as a scroll. All right? And it goes into what? For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea, which is basically going into what? The destruction of America, which is going to be by way of the missiles, which is going to cause what? The earth to shake, the earth to rock to and fro, the earth to be moved, man. The Lord is going to move the earth. And as you keep on reading, and the heaven departed as a scroll when it is rolled together, and every mountain and island were moved out of their places, man. You see? So we could read these scriptures and we could see these things, man. All right? The missiles flying through the sky, coming down upon America. All right? The destruction, the earth shaking and rocking to and fro. Even when you read Revelation 11, the scriptures say what? It says how in that same hour there was a great earthquake, and the 10th part of the city fell, and in the earthquake was slain of men 7,000, but the remnant were frightened and gave glory to the God of heaven. That earthquake is going into the destruction. All right, because that chapter, when you go into it, is going into what? America, Babylon, the great city. All right, in which the people of the Lord will be in. All right, but the Lord would deliver his remnant from the coming destruction that's coming to the great city Babylon, man. All right, the scriptures say how they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, come up hither, and they ascended up to heaven in a cloud. Right, and then what? That same hour was the great earthquake, because the elect are going to escape this coming destruction by being taken up. Okay. But it says in the heaven departed as a scroll when it is rolled together, and every mountain and island were moved out of their places, man. You see, and this is what's coming. All right. Now let's actually go back, right? Let's go back to Isaiah 34, and I want to drop down to verse 10. To verse 8. It says, for it is the day of the Lord's vengeance, and the year of recompenses for the controversy of Zion, and the streams thereof shall be turned into pitch, and the dust thereof into brimstone, and the land thereof shall become burning pitch. It shall not be quenched night nor day. The smoke thereof, all right, shall come up forever. All right, from generation to generation it shall lie waste. None shall pass through it forever and ever, man. You see, because America, because I want to put emphasis on what the scripture says, what? The smoke thereof shall go up forever. Because when things are on fire, burning, it emits smoke. Well, America is going to be burned by fire. And America is going to be emitting smoke, and that smoke is going to rise up into the heavens, which is why the scriptures say what? The smoke thereof shall go up forever. You see, because America is going to be destroyed in these last days by what? By fire, man. By these missiles. And that smoke is going to rise up into the heavens. When you go to Revelation 18, which I have right here, this is Revelation chapter 18, right? And when you go into this, let's get verse 8. Verse 8, it says what? Therefore shall her plagues, who's the her? Mystery Babylon, America, come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire. For strong is the Lord Yahweh by Shema Shai who judged her. This is how America is going to be destroyed, by the way of fire. Coming by what? By what? That sword that shall be bathed in heaven. All right? Those arrows that's going to be shot, man. You see the missiles, the weapons of the Lord's indignation. All right? This is how America is going to be burned by fire, man. Okay? And as you keep on reading, it says what? And the kings of the earth who have committed fornication with her, who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her, shall bewail her and lament for her when they shall see the smoke of her burning. Going back to what? Isaiah 34. You see? The smoke thereof shall go up forever, because that smoke is going to rise up, all right, from this land of Edom, from Idumea, man, from Mystery Babylon the Great, all right, from this. So we could see these things, all right. When you go, you get this verse and that verse, you connect it. You know, we could see these things, all right. It says, standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, alas, that great city Babylon, that mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come. You see, and this is why the scriptures say, how's the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder, man? All right, America, the mighty city, Mystery Babylon. All right, the scriptures say concerning America in Revelation chapter 17, the woman which thou sawest is that great city which reigneth over the kings of the earth. See, America was prophesied to be the superpower it was. You see? All right, America was prophesied to have, a hegemony over the other nations, man. You see? The world reserve currency, right? America could use the dollar as a weapon, right? America being the bully in the earth. Okay? All right, ruled by who? The children of Edom, the so-called white man. All right? It says, all the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her, for no man buyeth their merchandise anymore. Let me drop down because this is good. What it says in I'm gonna start at verse 18. It says, and cried when they saw the smoke of her burning, saying, what city is like unto this great city? And they cast dust on their heads and cried, weeping and wailing, saying, at last, that great city, wherein were made rich all that had ships in the sea by reason of her costliness, for in 1 hour is she made desolate. Rejoice over her, thou heaven, and ye holy apostles and prophets, for the Most High Yahweh hath avenged you on her. Okay? And then we read in Isaiah 34, the day of the Lord's vengeance, and a year of recompenses for the controversy of Zion. You see? Rejoice over her, thou heaven, and ye holy apostles and prophets, for the Most High Yahweh hath avenged you on her. And it says, and a mighty angel took up a stone like a great millstone. Okay? And here's the point, because this is imagery. All right? It says, and cast it into the sea, saying, thus with violence shall that great city Babylon be thrown down, and shall be found no more at all. Now, when you go on YouTube, all right, and I actually did this. When you go on YouTube and you watch a video of a big boulder or big rock being thrown into a body of water, right? It hits the water, okay? And the water, it moves violently. It makes the I can't even describe it, but all the water gushes up, This how America's gonna be destroyed, man. When these missiles touch ground zero, the big destruction, the mushroom cloud, the smoke going up, right? And you got the ring of fire that pushes out. When you search up a big rock, a boulder being thrown in the water, that's mimicking the destruction of America. That's why the scriptures say, thus with violence shall that great city Babylon be thrown down, man. You see, so we could literally see these things in the scriptures. And when you go to the next chapter, right? Chapter 19, it says what? After these things, I heard a great voice of much people in heaven saying, Hallelujah, salvation and glory and honor and power unto the Lord Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua our God. For true and righteous are his judgments, for he had judged the great whore, which is America, which did corrupt the earth with her fornication, and had avenged the blood of his servants at her hand. And again they said, Hallelujah, and her smoke rose up forever and ever, man. Going back once again to Isaiah 34. All right, she shall not be quenched night nor day. The smoke thereof shall go up forever. All right, Isaiah 34, man. You see, so we could see these things in the scriptures. All right, we could literally see, we could picture it in the scriptures, man. All right, the scriptures paint the picture. Okay, so that's really the point. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. All right, I'm gonna close it out. Again, infinite praises, honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Merkakodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles, a great millstone, time of this truth. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the hopeful elect.